What's good? What's good? It's your boy Louis Dangerville. What's good? Louis Dangerville. And bringing to you the next episode of Know the Code. Okay. This episode is called The Sword and the Forge. Those words on it. Easy to say. Alright, the sword and the forge. Alright. Earlier I spoke about how the sword is the formulated self. You know what I'm saying? But first, you know what I'm saying, before the self or the sword is formulated, it needs to be placed in the fire, placed in the forge. But before it's placed in the forge, that forge needs to be lit. Okay? How do you light the forge? Or how do you light your forge, more specifically? Alright? Gotta understand the principles that go with fire. You know? So you need the things that you use to set things on fire or to start a fire. You get some logs. 4 logs, and you get some sticks. Make yourself a little cabin. Get your kindling. Put that in. Ignite. Fire. And it's about relationships. Certain things operate in relationship to each other. And if you take time to sit back and analyze, observe the relationship, you analyze, then you come to conclusions that you can act on. And again, identify the steps. Duplicate the steps. Make them a system. Duplicate the system. Make it a process. Combined processes equals organization. Get back to the forge. Life can be a kind of forge. When you look at it from the perspective of experience and counsel, that can be, you know what I'm saying, that can be a forge. And or a gauntlet of fire, actually. And on one side, you start as a student. And you go through experiences, you go through experiences, and then you're able to receive wise counsel from those experiences, or in regards to those experiences. And through that gauntlet of fire, you become a witness. And someone who's witnessed something the witness with experience becomes able to give wise counsel. And that's basically what a master is. Someone who's seen a lot of things. And from there, they're able to give you tips, tricks, hints, direction, guidance. See, direction and guidance. Like, they're not at a dichotomy. They're not a dichotomy. They're more of a duality. And they have to operate in a certain flow, a certain feng shui for that duality to coexist and cohabitate and flourish. And it reminds me of, boom, if you look up Uniondale High School, around the time I graduated, like 2000, you'll find out that for maybe about 10, 20 years before then, and about 10, 20 years after, like, Uniondale High School had one of the best track and field programs on the Eastern Seaboard. And let me not get it confused. When I say track and field, I was on the end field part of the team. Shot put in discus. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But everybody who was on the track, they got it in. And one of the main reasons the team was so good is because we had two coaches and they each had like a different style. You know what I'm saying? One was very, very meticulous and technical with his direction. Like, he understood it front to back. And then there was another gentleman his coaching style was more tough love and stern guidance. So, like, the men's team, they were maybe like top 10. But that girls team, they were top 3. Like, they was killing. Killing in a way where they, on relays, they'd have the A team, the B team, and the C team, and they'd all place. Like, they was monsters. It was crazy. Like, one of them went to the Olympics. It wasn't a game with them. But it was that juxtaposition, the duality that they presented that molded and got the best out of a lot of athletes. And it was something that I noticed was that these, you know what I'm saying, that combination of coaches, they were able to get the type of performance that other coaches weren't in other sports throughout the year. The same athletes, but they just got them to perform. And it's just something to consider. You know, it's like juxtapositions, dichotomies, dualities, relationships. That's really what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And from the aspect of relationships, you gotta be observant, analyze, and then you can act. And that is basically the rundown for Be Glue. That's how you be glue. You observe, analyze, and you act. I remember my first time, like, pulling up to the office / studio. Wayne Brainchild, his artist came from Houston, and she was recording some songs. And Like, her voice was incredible. Incredible. Like, so that was one of the first things that had me, And while I'm soaking it all in, I started to realize that I'm just sitting there, soaking it all in. So I'm like, okay, Lou, you got to do something. What am I going to do? But you got to do something. So I'm looking around. I'm like, all right, what are you going to do, Big Lou? What are you going to do, Big Lou? Then boom. Sometimes I ask myself questions and a voice from someplace else answers it for me. And I said, Big Lou, Big Lou. I'm like, boom. I went to the next question. How do I do that? Boom. Like, that answer came quicker. And pretty soon I was up and at it, doing exactly that. So I'll say that and wrap it up. You got to analyze your experiences and take direction from them. And also be able to use discernment to identify wise counsel. Because it's your perspective that shapes your world. And it's a valuable precipice. It's a very advantageous place to be. You're in a good spot. That's pretty much wrapping it up on the Sword and the Forge. Again, the message. Find your forge. Light it up. Formulate yourself.